Hey, Mike with Day-to-Day Millionaire here. And do you want to have less cancellations in your business and are you struggling with your customers canceling their orders maybe the day of or a few days after? Well, today's video, just want to give you a couple tips that you can use to avoid cancellations and termination of contract in your business. So, a couple things you really want to keep in mind. When it comes to your business and sales, cancellations, first off, are normal. It's going to happen. Some people are going to have buyer's remorse. And if you're a good closer, that's part of what's going to happen too. Where, again, sometimes what people do is they'll limit themselves to just getting the easy lay down sales. So they're only going to sign up people on their services or products that basically just fall down and are like, yeah, I'm going to buy it. No big deal. Like they don't have any objections. They don't have any concerns. And again, you want to make those sales, but you want to work on your closing skills at the same time. So if you're not overcoming any objections, you're missing out on a lot of potential sales. So if you are closing sales like that where people had objections or maybe they're hesitant, you're going to have some people that back out that have buyer's remorse. So that's normal. So a number kind of 1 in 10 is a normal result. Now, if you're getting more than that, there might be some underlying issues that you should focus on. And the first one is make sure that you're upfront with your products and services. So you really want to under promise and over deliver when you're working with your products and services and selling them. So one thing a lot of people do, unfortunately, is they over promise and under deliver. So they don't talk about all the aspects of their product. They hype it up too much and they don't actually say what it really does and all about the services. So make sure you're fully upfront and explain everything and how that works when you're selling your product, because if people know everything going in, they're going to get a lot better result and they want to keep on with your product. So the second one that you want to do is make sure that you try and focus on same day delivery or getting people their product and services as quickly as possible. One area where people a lot of times will drop the ball is maybe their customer wants to get their service, but they're leaving town, or they are like, cool, I can set this up maybe a week, 2 weeks out in advance. You can come do your service, or their delivery takes a long time. Well, this is where people kind of get that buyer's remorse in there as well, where the longer it takes for you to deliver on your product and service, the more time they have to think and talk themselves out of maybe why they shouldn't have bought your product or something like that. So again, if you have good products, you have nothing to worry about, but the longer time in between, doesn't matter how good your product and service is, if they don't get delivered their products and service quickly, a lot of times they might want to jump ship and abandon buying your product. So again, if you can focus on creating a same day delivery, or let's say for example you're offering a discount or a special on some type of service that you provide, have that only available for the customers that get your service done that day or maybe the next day. So it's hard to back out and retract on a product that you've bought or service that you've bought if it's already done. So again, have that happen as quickly as possible, same day as well if possible. And third tip you want to focus on is make sure there aren't any hidden surprises. So sometimes people, again, it kind of goes along with the first one of being upfront, but maybe there was an extra service you had mentioned in your sales pitch and somebody buys that. Well, maybe you weren't specifically clear that there was an extra fee, or maybe how much that fee was. You just kind of glanced over that part. So if somebody gets excited, they decide to get that extra bonus additional offer, and then their bill comes and it turns out to be way more than they thought it was going to be, or you didn't necessarily mention that it was an extra cost to begin with. You just glanced over that detail. Or for example, maybe there's different side effects that aren't necessarily horrible by any means with your product, but it's things that they should know about, things that they should watch out for, things that they should be concerned about, or things that might happen after you install your system or use your product, or different things like that. So just make sure there isn't any hidden surprises, because if there are, that can kind of raise red flags and people might think, oh, I should cancel now, or they never told me about this aspect. I think I should cancel at this point. So it just kind of throws up red flags, and you want to avoid that in your sales process. So again, keep in mind some turnover is going to be natural. There's going to be some fallout, some cancellations in your business. Totally normal, but you want to do the best that you can to prevent that as well. keep the money that you're making and keep those customers happy and your sales reps and you happy if you're selling your products and service. So again, hopefully you guys got value out of this video. And again, if you are in the pest control service industry in sales and marketing, be sure to head on over to dddmillionaire.com and you can actually enter your name and email and download one of our free training videos on how to overcome the 8 most common objections in pest control marketing. So if you're struggling getting different objections, like I need to think it over, I need to talk to my spouse, I can't afford it, we cover those most common objections in that video. So again, to get access to that, head on over to dddmillionaire.com. Just enter your name and email, and you can plug into that training video as well in our updates. But thanks again for tuning in. We'll talk to you again soon.